I was wondering, I thought this would be a fun conversation to have with you guys. And I even think that, like, our listeners, all 8 of them, should share on Twitter who they might enjoy, like, answer the same question. I think that'd be kind of fun. Because I think this is a fun question. What other wrestler would you like to see, or maybe wrestling family or anything like that, would you like to see get the Young Rock treatment? Get turned into their life story as a sitcom or maybe even a drama. We can change the rules around a little bit like that. But what wrestlers are there from the past, the present? Obviously, you can't predict the future. What wrestlers are there who you would love to see their life story dramatized in some fashion or made into a sitcom or something? And for the record, Young Rock is an amazing show, and if you're not watching it, you're really missing out. It's hysterical. It's a little scattered, and I do wish they kind of focused a little bit more sometimes. But overall, I thought it was hysterical. It's only 11 episodes in the first season. Worth going out of your way to watch if you haven't watched it. So anyway, what wrestlers would you guys like to see, like, done like the same way?
So I don't know about sitcom necessarily.
Okay.
For drama though, I've two guys, and yeah, Joe, you'll appreciate this. Daniel Bryan, we won his story. I like his story, and Shawn Michaels for drama.
I mean, Shawn
There's
Michaels
nothing.
would certainly be an interesting
That'll
TV
be a
show.
fucking mini series from redemption story, if you will. By the way, check out the A&E biography. It was really good on Shawn Michaels. Finished it today. Uh,
It'd be a really fun series to watch.
yeah,
Like,
but
there really is a whole ass redemption story in there.
I'm gonna take this further. Forget sitcoms. Forget drama. Let's go reality show. And you already know this. I think Montez Ford, Bianca Belair will be the fucking greatest reality show in the history of fucking reality shows.
I mean, I would
Because
watch it.
yeah, I think they are the most interesting couple. It's funny. It's weird to say this, like only like a year or 2 years of knowing these two, but I feel like they're the greatest couple I've ever seen in the WWE universe. Honestly, to me, I don't know. I'm obsessed with the Crawfords fucking Instagram page and whatnot. I just think there's such an interesting couple.
I mean,
I love them. I mean,
first of all, Matt Hardy and Lita were a really good couple.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Until
I mean, shit
To this
happens.
that make a
day.
mini series there too, right?
Shit
There's
happens.
like a mini series there, right?
Yeah.
That would be. Could you imagine if WWE started dramatizing, like doing mini series and
They could.
dramatizing stuff
They
like
were
this?
they were a great couple till on this day.
It's on this
Right?
day. See clearly.
Like, but how amazing would it be if, like, WWE did, like, a dramatization of the Matt Hardy, Lita, and Edge backstage love romance? Like, I would so watch that. I would watch the
Of
shit
course, who
out of
wouldn't?
that. Would you not? You wouldn't watch that?
Oh no, I would. I'm just still shaking my head at Ernest's take of that they're the greatest couple in like
I don't
WWE
know.
history.
I just they
Oh,
just
and for the record, okay, wait. In the Shawn Michaels drama, which I think we need a good title for. In my
who
head,
plays
I
Sonny?
wanted to say wait, okay, wait. So in 808s and Heartbreaks, the Shawn Michaels story, I feel like we need to have the scene where he gets his ass beat by
Syracuse.
by the Marines, and it basically just needs to be the scene in Con Air when Nicolas Cage is fighting all those guys, like, before he gets arrested, and you've got the fucking like Leanne Rhymes song playing in the background and shit. That needs to be the scene in the Shawn Michaels movie.
That's fucked up.
Story. TV show.
Okay, that's
What
mine.
what you mean? It's always sunny in San Antonio.
Yeah.
All right. So dramatized, not dramatized. One person that I'd like to watch their life story unfold, all of the Rock, is none other than Le Champion. I'd love to watch
Really?
Jericho. Yeah, because his dad was a hockey player. He grew up
True.
in Canada. I'd love to see the backstory of like him, like as a young kid. Like, is he gonna be a hockey player? What made him decide to not be a hockey player and take on wrestling? His trips to Japan as an 18-year-old and stuff like that, leading into him getting to mainstream WWE and North American, wrestling stuff.
Did you know that his cousin is Alanis Morissette?
I didn't, but I thought that all Canadians were related.
Oh Lord!
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
If all Canadians are related, then fucking Drake is in there, and that's the most confusing ass shit.
Yep.
Is he Canadian or is he Toronto by like association?
No, I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. Originally, he was on Degrassi.
Whatever it takes.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, another one that I would love to watch, and this one's probably going to sound a little crazy. Maybe not that crazy. I'd like to watch a Stone Cold one. I'd watch a Stone Cold one.
I can see that.
Where like he was like the high school football star, decides to stop playing football, take up this wrestling stuff, and then he becomes one of the most over acts in all of wrestling history. And the one that's an obvious one that would get a ton of viewers if you're going to do a family would obviously be the Hearts.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you dramatize the things that family's been through.
And no, it fucking becomes like Dallas post season 7.
That almost becomes as bad as like trying to do one on like Benoit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on that level. Yeah.
It's just like you'll never be able to get that moment. And you're gonna have to talk about that moment on a Hart family show.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you're just not gonna leave that part out. Like, and you're never gonna do it justice. So it's like knowing that part's coming up, like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could do one like of just specifically Brett, and then like how Brett took that moment and how Brett found out about it and Brett's reaction and stuff.
Right.
But like you couldn't do one on the entire Hart family because like you don't know how Stu took it. You don't know how Helen took it. They're probably obviously destroyed. His wife isn't gonna fucking talk to anyone. So it's like it's stuff like that where it's just like I just don't think that you'll get the piece that gets it over. Like I don't think you'll get that doing a
right
one.
So okay, some names that I would throw out there. In the sitcom realm, actually, and I'm taking this because I'll talk more about him soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, yada, yada. Jeff Jarrett, his podcast has become my favorite podcast to listen to on a weekly basis. Like, that's that shit that now I stopped listening to the radio station I listen to every morning on Tuesday mornings because the Jeff Jarrett podcast is dropped and I need to get that listen in,
Ain't he great?
He really is though. And that's the thing, like I love listening to his show and he clearly has so many stories.
That one episode was amazing.
Right, no, every episode so far has been amazing in my opinion. Listen to this week's episode where they talk about the WWA. It's honestly fascinating.
I'm like 60% done with that episode. It's a long. That's a long episode.
And for the record, I did the search because I was curious. All the WWA pay-per-views are totally on YouTube, free. Absolutely, they're there. I don't know how official they're there, but they're there.
Are you trying to tell me that we're gonna have to do something?
No, it's not worth it.
Thank God. I was gonna say, please don't make me do
it. It's not worth. The only one I remember watching live was the one that had like Jerry Lynn and Eddie Guerrero. I actually remember watching that live on pay-per-view, like when I was a kid.
I remember the one that was the end of the first tour where he wins the title.
Okay.
I remember watching that one.
So his stories that he's gone through on this podcast already, and the stories that he must still have under his belt. It's honestly as rich as Dwayne Johnson's life. It really is. And it's really obviously engulfed in pro wrestling. And there's so much meat there. And this is one where I actually think you can make it a comedy. You can literally go the same route as you're doing with Young Rock and actually make it really entertaining and tell those stories. Now, more on the drama side, I don't know about you guys. I'm a fan of like soap opera type shows. Actually, just recently by recently I mean like 5 hours ago. Started watching Gossip Girl. I've been watching Pretty Little Liars. I love shows like that. I think Ric Flair's life is ready to be a show like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ric
That's a
Flair's
great
life
one.
is like ready to be like Dallas. This man lived like a rock star when he was a pro wrestler. You know, he literally was out there with different women in every city, even though he had a wife at home, even though he had kids at home. He was out there living the life that he portrayed on TV. He was limousine riding, he was jet flying, he was yada yada yada. I don't remember all of that.
You can get 6 seasons out of Ric Flair easily.
Easily, and I'd want it on like HBO or something like that. Like it's got to be able to have obviously like the adult content and stuff. But that show would be amazing. His life, he literally was in a plane crash at one point, broke his back, still managed to like live this like crazy life after that. Is still alive. Like that's the thing. Like we haven't lost the man yet. I understand he's probably a lot more tame now. I would hope for his sake.
More.
But like, you know, he's still alive. He's still with us. There's still story to tell. He could honestly be involved in this in some capacity and actually like have his stamp of approval on it. You know, like. Oh my God, Netflix, get your hands on this. I don't want your fucking Hulk Hogan movie with Thor. You know, I don't need that shit. Give me the Ric Flair story. Let's do this.
When does that come out so I can not watch that?
I don't even know, but like I'm with you. It's gonna be.
Wouldn't surprise me if they just cut it because his stock is low, dude. His stock is so fucking low right now.
He really is.
Okay, but if they've already filmed so much of it and they've already paid fucking Thor as much money as they probably paid him, you probably have to release it.
You think they filmed stuff already? I mean, the pandemic for last year. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know if they've filmed anything yet.
I mean, they announced in 2019. I know that.
For their own sake, I hope they haven't.
I mean, the sad thing though is, and I can say this too: movie companies, they spend millions all the time making movies and then just shelving them.
Yeah.
So honestly, that could be something like Netflix. Like it could still just not see the light of day for a while.
Yeah.
Even if it actually happens.
Maybe after he dies.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other one else you want to throw out there? Or
no, that Flair one was an awesome one. That was a good one. The Flair one.
Yeah.
That was fucking fantastic. Okay, Joe.